You guys can't even see my Stormbreaker. Okay, she's kind of in frame. That's as good as it's gonna get for now. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back or to my channel. That has no on and off button. Sometimes it just tends to do that. Welcome back or to my channel. Today I'm so excited because I'm going to be recapping the Hawkeye show. I really want to talk to you guys about it. Promise reaction videos are coming next week. I just couldn't do it this week because obviously it's the day before Thanksgiving. I was prepping and I made everybody watch Hawkeye with me. I was like, if we're all going to go together and cook together, we're all gonna watch my show together. It gave us a little extra, you know? So I did make some notes. I was like over there cooking and then like taking notes at the same time. But I want to know below everything you guys thought. I want this to be a conversation that we start so we can talk more down below. So don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments and everything down below because I want to talk. I want to make this a conversation. That's why I make these videos, because I just want to meet more people who love Marvel as much as I do. I got my notes and we're just going to go through them. So I love that everything took place. I don't remember the exact, I don't know why I want to say 2012, but I feel like I might be wrong. But the first Avengers movie, remember when Loki and the Sharpshooter like came in there and, you know, tried to destroy New York, you know, the Battle of New York. We all loved it. Thanos mind controlled Loki and all that. I know that came out a little later, but I love how it took place there. And that is sadly how Kate lost her dad. Like one part that like literally like melted my heart was when Kate looked at her mom at the funeral, because mom's like, is there anything I can do for you? Like, what do you need? She's like, I need a bow and arrow to protect us. And I was like, my heart. And the mom's like, it's my job to protect us. And like, I like to see where their story came from. So I love that they played that out. And then we flash forward. Kate breaks the bell at school. That was questionable, girl. You really, what was the point of that? But like, mom, your new fiance boyfriend is scary. I knew that from the jump. I don't know what he is or what he's going on. He is shady. We see him being a little more shady in episode 2. But when I saw this man, I was like, you're shady. And then I think I remember another show or movie that he was in. He was also shady, that actor. So I'm like, got my eyes on you, sir. Also, can we talk about the Rogers play? I know I'm going a little bit out of order, but like the Rogers musical play, I literally was dying. Like everyone's face and everyone doing too much. I cannot deal. Like literally Clint and his family are just standing there like, why are we here? Like, this is a joke. What? Why are we here? And then when he turned off his like earpiece to listen, I died. I love how they're incorporating his deafness or hard of hearing, because you didn't really see much of that in any of the Avengers movies. I did love how when Kate asks him, you kind of find out that it was because of everything that he's been through. So they kind of not played it off, but like, I know in the comics he's supposed to be deaf from the very beginning, I believe. I never read him, don't quote me on that, but I love how they're finally incorporating that. And it seems like, spoiler alert for the very end, that like the new villain or like the person that's like looking for them is also deaf or hard of hearing. So I love seeing that. Not you guys trying to make me like the villain, so we'll see, but that was just a little jump forward. Let's go back. Someone's gonna be like, don't ever have Andrea explain anything to you because she's just confusing. One of my I did write down a few of my favorite quotes, and I loved when like Clint's daughter is like, Dad, like you're not paying attention, why did you turn off your earpiece? And he's like, I was there. And you know who wasn't? Ant-Man. He wasn't there. I was like, not Paul Rudd. Also, I know I'm a huge Loki fan and Thor fan, but like, could we give it a second that I was literally dying of laughter that Thor and Loki were holding hands throughout like the whole play? Like they were the only two holding hands, at least that I noticed. Obviously that's where my eyes got into. I was like, oh, we love the brothers. In the same play, you know, Clint's like over it, so he goes to the bathroom and he's using the bathroom, and the guy, well, first of all, the stall says like the urinal or the stall or sink, I don't remember which one, says like Thanos was right, and I was like, not the guy asking him for a selfie while he's literally like peeing. I was dying because I know somebody who's an actor and the same thing happened to him, so I could not help but like laugh when I saw that, because it's like you have this whole row of stalls and like you sit next to the, well, stand next to the person, you're like, so can I like get a selfie? Like, this is definitely not the time. And then the guy like waits for him to wash his hand and he's like, so now? The one thing I did notice from the show is that I need to go to New York like yesterday, because it looks so nice, and I'm just around the Christmas time as always. I'm like, I want to be there. Why am I not there? Makes me want to book a flight now. The other thing is, I noticed that me and Kate were wearing the same shirt at the very beginning of the episode. Like, I didn't even like plan this out. I was already, I mean, I did plan out to wear purple, but I wasn't like, I didn't know she was gonna wear a shirt like this with the same print. Mine's a little bigger and baggy, but I was like, not the same print. Okay, queen. I am a sucker for like going to sets. If you're allowed to like visit sets, you're allowed to like buy a ticket to go see the sets. I love background work and things like that. Like, I think it's so cool, and I love the entertainment business and everything involved. But I think I know that when I've been to a set a couple of times, or studio, whatever you want to call it, I could tell where we're at. So I just want to know, I'm also a Pretty Little Liars fan, so you guys can let me know, but I also did see this set in real life, I believe, when I went to the Warner Brothers studios, which I don't know if they filmed there or not, but where the party took place, you know, the like charity ball thing. The outside of that place, was that not Radley? The Radley Center from Pretty Little Liars? At the Warner Brothers Studios. I don't know, that's just a little thing that I noticed, but then it's just a building, and I could just be crazy, but like the gate and everything, I was like, this looks oddly familiar, but I obviously I could be wrong. Can we give a moment for how badass Kate is? Like literally from the beginning, she was literally kicking ass. All the guys that were like in the auction, like they tried to break in, all the bad guys. I was like, who's the bad guy? Who's the good guy? Because overall, I think everyone at that black market at auction situation is bad just to be there. Let's begin with that. But then I was like, then even more bad guys showed up, and I was like, this is all just seemed very corrupted. Kate, get out of there. Okay, can we give it a moment for Lucky? Lucky is the cutest thing ever. I'm gonna work on well, I do have my Kate cosplay, but I'm gonna work on a cosplay to make me and Niner, my doggy, be Lucky and Kate. Because me and Niner did Vision and Wanda, and it was so cute, and I'm like, you get to be Lucky now. And then we noticed that the old man, the mom's fiance's uncle, the old man is dead, and not them trying to blame Kate. It was a lot, and I was just like, no, the boyfriend did this, the fiance boyfriend, he did this. I know you, Jack, you did this. I know, he is so crook, he's so evil, and you can tell he's evil. I don't think he's the evilest one of them all, if you know what I'm saying. And then, you know, Kate decides to go to her apartment and leave Lucky there, because she's like, I'm gonna protect this dog, which, like, also same girl. And then the bad guys followed her, so they now know that it's Kate Bischoff, like, hello. And, you know, Hawkeye comes to the rescue, but hey, she had her own for a really long time. It was like 7 of those guys, probably more. She genuinely knocked them all down except for like 1, right? And then that's when Clint jumps in and Hawkeye comes to save the day. I was literally dying when Kate goes, you're Hawkeye! And he's like, who are you? And that was basically it for episode 1. We're gonna move on to episode 2. This is gonna be a 2-parter here. I'm trying to make it kind of short. Obviously a lot more happened, but I'm trying to make it short so we can fit both of these in here. Like I said, next week I'm gonna do a like live reaction, like watching it. Can we give a moment for Clint just being like such a dad? Like I love that. Like he went to go buy her bandages and peroxide and like Neosporin and all the good things, and then like he's like, you didn't do it right, let me do it. And he's just being such a dad, and it just like melted my heart. I'm like, oh my god, I love him. Like he doesn't get out of his shell. And you notice that the people are saying that to him publicly. Like this is why, like when they ran into the fake Avengers and all that, like you notice that he's not the kind of character to get out of his show. I was dying though, because when he watches the apartment, he's like, when did everyone start saying I love you very much? He's like, it's my mom. Like of course I love my mom. And you know, then Hawkeye sends his 3 kids away. Nate, oh my heart, Nate Pietro. He sends his kids back to the mom and is like, I'll be home before Christmas. Fingers crossed. I got that. Hopefully he makes it home before Christmas. Fingers crossed. He needs to do that. I loved how he was signing with Nate, and it just melted my heart because I love how they're incorporating this into the show. Like, I know that's a really big thing in the comics, so I love that they're incorporating that. Now moving on to one of the parts I thought was hilarious was when, like, you know, Times Square, you have all like the superheroes and Mickey and Minnie and all that. And the little kid's like, mommy, superheroes. And he goes running past Clint and Kate. You'd think that's where the kid was going to, but definitely not. And I loved how Kate's like, no, that one's you. He's like, that's Katniss Everdeen. Kate's like, your problem is branding. And I thought that was so funny because I was like, mood. And then we got to another little funny part where they were like role playing in the park, Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know what was going on there. I thought it was so funny because he's like, do I really have to do this? And they're like, yep, that's the only way you're gonna talk to the guy who stole the suit. And he's like, I gotta go get back the suit, which I wanna know why he has to get back the suit. I didn't really understand the whole suit. Like, I know whose suit it is. I know that, like, was it Endgame? He needed the suit back. Like, I know that was part of his past and all that, but maybe somebody can explain that in the comments. We'll figure that out. Girls was hilarious, and he was all about it. He wasn't trying to fight for the suit. He's like, you can have it back, but like, homie, let me win one time. You know, like, you're an Avenger. He's like, you know how cool I'll look if I beat an Avenger? Come on, dude, do me a solid. Like, let me win one time. And I thought that was so funny because Clint's like, all right, sure, dude. He's like, what do I have to lose? He's like, you promise you'll give me the suit back? And he's like, yeah, I got you. Like, I'll give you the cape and everything. You can have it all. And then he lets him win, but they make like this huge duel for it. And it was the funniest thing ever, and goes like, dude, you're so cool, like, thank you. And I thought that was just like so funny. He's like, you can call me Clint. He's like, really, I can? All right, see ya, Clint. Like, I just thought it was so funny. Give him back the suit. So thank God that was done. But then you have Jack, who I cannot stand. I did love how him and Kay were fencing. He was not doing good because he was just like acting like he was doing good. But I don't like you, Jack. I know you're bad, and the mom is being naive, or she's also bad and we just don't know it. Because I'm like, dude, girl, you're too smart for this. You're too smart to not see this. So I feel like there's something way bigger, because when it comes to Marvel, there's always a bigger thing that we just don't know about. But yeah, I don't trust stepdaddy to be one bit. Jack, don't trust you, dude. Beautiful collection of swords and everything, but I don't trust you. Beautiful house, don't trust you. The very end of this episode, where like, you gotta love how Clint just like lets himself get caught. Like, Hawkeye's like, you caught me. here I am. He like unties himself and everything, and he's just ready. He's like, so where's your boss? Because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to talk to your boss. I'm not here for this. He's like, no, we're here to interrogate you. And he's like, no, you're not, dude. I'm here. And then he's like, where is Kate Bishop? And then she then falls from the sky, and he's like, no, this was all my plan. Like, I meant for them to catch me. Why would you come save me? And now they're both stuck there and tied up together. And who knows? The last thing we saw was that they go into the little room, and the lady who's like also death, I believe. She might not be, but I'm pretty sure because like the sound thing and everything. I'm assuming, and I kind of am like really excited that they're playing it with that. I'll be very happy if they go that route. I'm so excited to see where this show goes. There's just so many different dynamics where you have like bad guys, really bad guys, and then possibly like even bigger bad guys. So everyone's a little crook, everyone's a little crazy. We'll see where this goes. I'm really excited. I'm also really excited to see Haley Steinfeld more in the MCU. Like, she's killing it. I'm excited to see if we see some Yelena. I don't know. You guys let me know what you guys think. I know that's a big thing that was said. I know everyone on the cast has been very hush-hush about that, but they made it seem so. If you guys watched it into Black Widow, I'm like, Yelena's coming for you, dude, be careful. So we'll see where that goes. I know that the cast has been very like, who's that? I don't know what's going on, so we'll see. I saw an interview with Jeremy Renner and then Haley Steinfeld as well, where they were like, huh? Really? Like, they're playing it off. But we all know one look from Kevin Feige and we're all terrified. So Kevin Feige, you're the king. I love you, but like also I'm scared, and that's not even my job, right? Like, me only mentioning that also scares me when I have nothing to do with it. Kevin Feige, don't come for me. Like, you guys made the end credit, not me. I hope you guys enjoyed this little reaction, this little chat that we had. I promise next week it's gonna be a live reaction. I'm so excited. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below your guys' thoughts on the show. I want to hear everything. And yeah, I love you guys. Bye. See you guys next week. Don't forget to subscribe.